All right, fans of music, welcome back. It is Dave, the Real Music Observer, observing real music in real time for real people. Yup, just like you right there. And yours truly right here. Okay, so Greta Van Fleet. I've spoken of this band a few times. They're basically young kids, the way I look at it, who have somehow been able to break through the log jam of mediocrity over on the mainstream rock charts. This happened last year, and it shocked me because this is a band that sounds a bit like Led Zeppelin. Now, Jason Bonham is out there, though, talking about Led Zeppelin and talking about the O2 concert and talking about Greta Van Fleet because they asked him a question about it. Now, Robert Plant even acknowledged Greta Van Fleet, and that was kind of a holy crap Batman moment for me because I never thought that Plant would give these guys the time of day, but they're just too good to ignore. Jason Bonham, though, is basically saying all these comparisons to Led Zeppelin are going to ruin them. It's going to be really bad for them, even though his band Bonham, which did quite well in the late 1980s, at least on their debut record, intentionally tried to sound like Led Zeppelin, and I love that stuff. That was a great album, and I often go back and listen to some of those tracks. The vocalist from that original project, I believe, has left planet Earth, but that was a decent band. That was a great band to listen to. Greta Van Fleet, to me, is more raw. They're more almost just a bluesy sort of offshoot of Zeppelin and really focusing on the early period of the band, I would say. This isn't the In Through the Outdoor Led Zeppelin. This is kind of like the Led Zeppelin 2 Led Zeppelin. And to me, that just is music to my ears, literally. Bonham, though, goes on to say that he doesn't think the band sounds like Led Zeppelin as much as they sound like the Black Crowes, which I thought was really weird. I don't hear maybe a little bit, but this guy, this lead singer, sounds a lot to me like a young Robert Plant. Now, his voice tends to do some things in the high register when he's up there that might be a little bit different than what Plant's did, and some people think that you know, Plant has got this guy beat, early Robert Plant versus, and forgive me because I don't have the lead singer's name right in front of me here for Greta Van Fleet, but this is an amazing singer regardless. You know, the comparisons, to compare anyone to Robert Plant, remotely compare him, is just huge. I mean, you don't get compared to Plant unless you've got, you know, the goods, and this kid's got the goods. And the rest of the band, I just saw them in Germany opening up for Guns N' Roses, not literally, I saw it on YouTube, and they just blew GNR like right off the stage. This wasn't even, I mean, I felt bad for Axl Rose at that point. Because this is an up-and-coming band that is about to release a full-length album, and they are going to do some damage, and they may bring a rock and roll revival, which would be fantastic. It would give hope to pretty much everyone out there who enjoys real music. So, Jason Bonham, not sure I agree with his assessment. I think the comparisons to Led Zeppelin are drawing tons of people over to listen to what they sound like. Check out how many views they have on YouTube of just their songs, not videos of their songs, but just their songs. It's a pretty staggeringly high number for a group of upstart kids from Michigan. It's great. I'm psyched for it, and I hope it breaks big and changes the trajectory of where this rock music has gone, brings it back to where it should have been for the last 25 years. We can hope. All right, I'm done with this. I'll be back soon. See you then.